It's the Lace Rounds crew, what? It's the Lace Rounds crew. 1 2 1 2, what it do? It's your boy skeetersteve, and welcome to another episode of Lace Rhymes for the culture and by the culture. Man, we are back up in here, man. How y'all doing today, man? You know what I'm saying? It is lovely, man. And trust me, we're seeing everything that has been going on. We are still far removed from one of the greatest Super Bowl performances of all time, Kendrick Lamar, Kung Fu Kenny, the boogeyman, you know what I'm saying? But, until we get into the episode, I just want to let y'all know, Lace Rounds has a Patreon. I repeat, Lace Rounds has a Patreon.
Oh, my God.
Yes, man. We're posting more on the Patreon. You're going to get album reviews, bonus content, and a lot of unreleased content on there. The first 3 months is going to be free, and after that, it's going to be $5. So if you can support Dutch Bros, support Starbucks, go ahead and support your boy. I'm just a dude that love hip hop, a dollar with a dream, man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to y'all that has been subscribing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely running it up. We are at 4K, and we're on that goal to 5. You know what I'm saying? Definitely 5. So yeah, man, let's get into it. All right, the day is finally here, and Drake has finally released. Well, yeah, pretty much released, but we more so look at it as, a joint album, but it's Partynextdoor and Drake. And I listened to it twice, and for me, I'm just gonna be all like, we're definitely gonna get into all of that though, but yes. That's how I definitely feel about the album, though, man. But before we get into that, man, the culture definitely had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? The culture has been speaking. And when I say speaking,
Kendrick Lamar,
they have been really, really speaking in a major way. And you know what? I love it. I love it. I really, really love it. So we definitely gonna start off first, with the culture that has been speaking about it, about this. We're gonna start off first with my girl, Molly Made It, and she said this on social media. Say, Drake, you're pushing 40 and your growth is stagnant. That's the type of music you release. Sad face emoji crying. You been jaw ruled, buddy.
Oh my God.
Jesus. She said you has been jaw ruled. Man, let's see what the OG Torre had to say about it, man. The Tory show, man. Like, for real.
He be being honest. I'm sorry, I will not be going into detail on these songs. I tried. My ear is repelling them. And who really needs a song-by-song breakdown on this crap? The album sucks. They should have shelved it. You just spent a year getting your ass kicked by Kendrick, and you thought this is what you come back with right after the Super Bowl? Who is managing this guy? Give Me a Hug. Are you fucking serious? A hip-hop song called Give Me a Hug? Is this a parody of hip-hop? This album is in the style of Drake, but it's almost like that late career album that brings back the artist style that lets you know he doesn't have any new ideas.
Jesus!
Oh my God!
But wait, there's more. There is more.
Ain't nobody say Drake had Ghost.
There is definitely more. We're not gonna stop. When I say the culture has been talking, the culture has been talking, and we're gonna let it be known right here on Lace Rounds, because that's our thing. We is for the culture and by the culture. So let's keep this moving.
Look, can't nobody say Drake had ghostwriters on this album, because he was dropping gems like this. He was like, I paid your rent and your taxes. You kissed my cheek. Mucho gracias. Now, if I just said that and I didn't tell you Drake made that, you probably think like a Soulja Boy level rapper wrote that. That's what level he's on right now, bro. Like I don't. And some people are like, this album is no. This album is not great. Like he's not. You're copying if you think that this album is amazing. Like, again, the melodies is there, but these type of bars you still coming with at age 40, bro. Like, the Ghostwriters was taking a vacation. Like, I don't know what it was. He just, I'm gonna do this on my, you said I got Ghostwriters, I'm gonna do this on my own this time. I don't need nobody write for me. And this is what you locked down with. Went in the booth, said, and some human cleared because you are Drake. That's the level we on right now. Mucho gracias. Look.
Oh my God!
Dog. I mean, we gonna keep it going. When I say we're gonna keep it going, we're gonna keep it going.
To this new Drake album, and first of all, we love Party, so I was gonna listen to it anyway. But it's funny how this whole time during all of this rap beef that they've been calling Drake a colonizer, and he is still on this album cosplaying as a Spanish man.
Arriba, arriba! Dog, when I say the culture is not letting up, they are not letting up, not one bit. Like I said, we gonna keep this thing rolling.
10 bands your mind, 20 bands your mind, 100 bands your mind, 500 bands you better be mine.
I don't like that.
I don't mean to call you no hoe. I just heard about the things that you do, my love, and you're just like me if it's true, my love.
Hold on,
Hey.
what? Did he just call himself a hoe?
Fuck a red beef, I'm tryna get the party lit. Tryna get the party lit for the bitches. I'm like,
There's no way. Yeah, he's waving the white flag.
walk in the strip club, damn I miss you hoes. Give me a hug, give me a hug.
No! Hugging strippers isn't a flex. He's literally saying, where my hug at? Where my hug at? Like, this is...
Like I wanna know what's up, what happened to us? Your new nigga pretend to be the man, he a stud. Like, how they did I this up and it's stuck. We're not like them, baby. They're not like us.
Oh. I guess he's owning up to it. He's not like this.
The hate from this shit alone is confusing, my love. I can see things getting much smoother, my love.
Aw, Drake's just sad. Kendrick, just take it easy on the boy. Kendrick, just take it easy on the boy.
When I say they are not letting up, they are not letting up. Again, the culture has spoken. Let's keep it moving.
Take a deep breath, have a little bit of patience. Jesse, you amazing, you the inspiration. You set the bar for the next generation. You Neo in the Matrix, these niggas just Nemo in the ocean. Small fish making kids feel emotion. Using you.
Drake, you really making me mad, cuz really pissing me off. And you know who even making me mad is your homeboys, cuz. Where are they? Huh? Yeah, these niggas, I'm Neo in the Matrix, you niggas Nemo in the ocean. Shut up! Make it look bad. Make it look Party Next Door sing and move out the way, cuz. Another thing, cuz. Did y'all hear this niggas asking everybody for hugs at the end of the one song? I'm like, cuz, what is you on? Yeah, man, I wanted to really bump that shit. I really wanted to rock with over, man. You got Ja Rule, cuz. You Ja Rule now, cuz.
Shout out to the boy Diamond J, man, for that. When I say it ain't looking good, it ain't looking good. This is when you see culture has power. A lot of times in the culture, even back in the day, they will always try to spin the narrative. And we're seeing that now. But the culture as a whole, we're like, not today.
I be so sick of you niggas.
Exactly. So we're having that power to, to say what we want to say and be like, nah, bruh, that ain't it. We just saw it literally last month with Lil Baby. Again, yes, even though Lil Baby did numbers, but a lot of people wasn't feeling the album. Again, the culture is now stepping up and saying how they really feel. A lot of the stuff that we thought that was cool, lit, all vibes and all of that, they're killing all of that. That noise is being killed. Whether you like it or not, you can get mad all you want to. The writing is on the wall. Like, seriously, the writing is literally on the wall. We're going to keep this going.
Y'all said listen to it again, so I listened to it again. The answer is still no. Listening to this project, it sounds like I really wanted to do this album with Future, but I'm not fucking with him right now. So I'm going to take shots at him on Brian Steele. But Party, I need you to be you but like Future, but be you.
Facts.
And that is a formula that does not work.
Facts.
Throughout the beef, I consistently said nobody is saying that Drake makes bad music. This makes it look like I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Truthfully, I feel like your spirit is broken. You lost your mojo. Like when they took Pootie Tang belt. Like when they extracted Austin Powers mojo. You know, not so shaggy, yeah. The production on here left a lot to be desired. Definitely like that Give Me a Hug. At the beginning of that, the battling of his voice and that sample, either his vocals need to come up or that sample needs to go down. Something has to happen. It's like a train wreck happening. It feels rushed, pieced together. I personally, like, bro, just go take the time. Go take a minute. Chill. And fix whatever you want to fix. Because as far as the producers on here, when I look through the credits, and I put them on my last video, this is my second time listening to it. If you want to see what I said the first time, this is the video right before this one. And I played a couple of the songs during the video. But the production credits, I might post them here too, because I posted them on the video from last night. A lot of those people were Canadian producers. Some of them were the usual suspects from OVO team. If this is the Drake sound, like that's been one of the biggest and hardest critiques on Drake, is that he does not have like a Drake sound, a regional sound. And it's because he has literally imitated any and everybody that he's come into contact with.
This is true.
So the style keeps changing. So maybe I was expecting you to sound like you was sounding when you was around somebody else. I don't know. West Coast, they got a sound. The Bay on the West Coast, they got a sound. Detroit, they got a sound. Texas got a sound. Georgia got a sound. Florida got a sound. Mississippi got a sound. Memphis got a sound. New York got a sound. Philly got a sound. Like, I don't know. There are components that were...
You know what, man? Shout out to Unapologetic Jay for that. I mean, like I said, he made this for the ladies, and you're having a lot of ladies that's going on social media and saying how they really feel about this album. They are not feeling it not one bit. They're definitely not feeling it not one bit. And this goes back again to what I said. The culture is speaking up. The culture has a voice. I was just in a super dope discussion on TikTok on a live panel the other day with the dude with the homie Jalopy. And shout out to Jalopy, man. Y'all go check out his channel. Jalopy is super dope. Jalopy said something that was very powerful to me. And he's definitely right. Back in the day, you know, when everything what was going on with Pac, they were spinning the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Saying that he's this and he's that, and we couldn't do nothing about it. It's 2025. You have content creators, you have podcasters, people in this media space. Now people be trying to spin narratives, but they can't. They can't spin the narratives no more because why? We're stopping them dead in the tracks. That's how powerful the culture is. You know what I'm saying? The culture is getting back to where people are being more authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the culture than the currency. Kendrick is showing us that. A lot of other artists in this hip-hop space is showing us that. Westside Gunn, Freddie Gibbs, Cordae, Doechii. I could keep going, though, but the culture is taking back their power. They are taking back the power, and you know what? I love it. But, yeah, we're going to get into this, man, though. But, yeah, man, I'm going to call my videographer of Domino, man, because, I mean, he couldn't join us today, though, but he definitely going to join us on this phone call. So, yeah, man, let me ring him through real quick. See if my boy answer. Dom, what up, bro?
My dog, what's happening?
Nah, man. Look. Hey, y'all, if y'all don't know, this the boy Domino. You know, he always do all the behind the scenes work for your boy here at Lace Round. So, man, he's joining in with us today, man. What's up, bro?
Man, nothing. I'm vibing, man. I was actually trying to get his Drake to the second vibe to make sure I wasn't tripping on the first one.
Exactly.
I had to make sure I'm not being a hater so I could get a real clean listen. And man, we gonna get to it.
Man, look. Before you even did that, man, look, I didn't already allowed the people to see that the culture has been speaking, and the culture does not like this album. No matter how other people are the OVO stands trying to spin the narrative, they don't like it.
I can already see how Drake team trying to spin a narrative saying he had more streams this year than K Dot had, like 100,000 more. Nigga, K Dot dropped last year. That shit was 24. So why y'all trying to compare it to that? That makes no sense. They air punching.
Exactly. And then word just got back out, even just within the Super Bowl, Not Like Us, and GNX is re-entering the charts, and 9 times out of 10, they say GNX about to be number 1 again.
It is. The only reason Drake's here right now is just the first impact of what he gonna say. Is he gonna diss this person, that person? It's not the value of the fucking album. Is he gonna say something about K Dot? Is it that? That shit about to blow over after 3 days. He's not gonna be number 1 at the end of the week. Watch what I say.
Nah, man, exactly, man. So, man, I'm like you. Like, I didn't listen to it like twice already, and like out of the 21 songs. And this is me again. Me and Domino, we didn't have this conversation plenty of times. Again, for y'all that think that people are biased, people are not biased. I've said this numerous of times again. Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and if you're reading this, It's Too Late are his classics. I went to his 2013 Nothing Was the Same tour when he came to Vegas at the MGM. But it's like, again, he hit a ceiling. And out of these 21 tracks, to me, it was only 3 of them that I liked. Really. It was really 3. And not only that, though, too, he didn't allow Party to shine not one bit on this album.
He used Party. He used Party for a platform. He didn't use him for his creative part of the fucking album. He should have let Party carry it, then he complimented and stay with his bullshit here and there. Party should have did most of the fucking hooks. Let's be real.
No, that's a fact.
And he's proven K-Dot again. He colonized that man. He used that man.
No, this is facts though, because luckily they're saying quote unquote okay, it's doing numbers. But let's just say if it didn't do numbers, all that blame wouldn't have fell on Drake. All of that would have fell on Party. It definitely would have fell on Party. And then now you got us as consumers that are really true fans of Party looking at him funny.
Fact. Hey, let me put this out there. I am a Drake fan. I love some Drake. And me and Steve, we was talking about what can Drake come back and do to keep relevant. And I said he needs to stay away from the tough talk, get back to the women in the partying, which is what he did, but he did it at such a low level. And what hurt me was, on one of his favorite records was Give Me a Hug, he used a sample on there and just fucked the sample up, a classic sample. And it hurt my feelings. Like the album hurt my feelings, bro. I love to Drake and Drive. I can't Drake and Drive to this, bro. It's the same song over and over. The tempo is the same. He's washing the same melodies. I would have been cool with the pop R&B Drake. But this right here, he would start reaching to the point where he tried to start sampling himself.
Exactly. My nigga said Drake and Drive. That's the funniest shit ever.
Man, I love Drake and Drive, man.
Hey, no, man, and that's facts though. And when you look at things like, you know, it's making people draw a line between the sand. Personally, I like it. Fuck it. It is what it is. Hip hop was always built off of this shit. And pretty much like it's going back to like what you said. Kendrick has done so much damage. He literally kicked this nigga out of hip hop. He cannot come back.
And let's be real, Drake kind of low key was hitting at it. Fuck all the rap beef and all that. I don't want to talk about that. I want to do shit for the bitches. So K-Dot strong on him off this hip hop shit. Like he kind of just said it. Let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade.
No, he really did. And then the line that going back to that line, like what you said on Give Me a Hug, and I'm with you on that. When you got towards the end of Give Me the Hug, like one of the best R&B songs of all time, like literally top 10, top 15, however you put it. Aaron Hall, I miss you. The way he butchered that, I was like, oh Lord, what are you doing, bro? Like literally.
And that's where Party was supposed to come in there. I think that he probably went to a few Party records that wasn't finished, finished them up, and did the album himself. I'm sorry.
That's a fact. And then not only that though, like dog, like when he said fuck a rap beef, I'm trying to get the party lit. Like my nigga, dog, you're pretty much like you're shy away from 40, dog. Let's start there. Let's start there. You are
hit the air horn on these niggas.
you are shy away from 40. Don't get it twisted. My nigga K Dot, he's 37. Cole is 39. But the difference between Drake and them two, they are growing as artists. They're not talking about the same shit than they once was. Drake, you're almost 40, bro. You're saying you're trying to get the party lit. Bro, we're at a point in stage, like even, and I could say this with Domino, like with us when we do the pod and whatever, we have to go to media events. But I'm going to tell you right now, when we at the media events, nigga, we're only out for a 2-hour minimum. We're out for a 2-hour minimum. When that 2-hour hit, I'm either grabbing him or he grabbing me.
On me.
Nigga, we're out. We're out of there.
Look, when you in the party, you in the club, whatever, how you look at the niggas that's 40 plus, like 40 in that motherfucker?
Weird.
Come on.
Weird.
Come on. But even this, so let's take this angle real quick. Even if he wanted to get to the rapping and get to spitting them bars and shit, it's a 20v1, right? So let's erase K Dot. You got a whole lot of other niggas he could have, you know what I'm saying, address shit with. He could have got on Metro ass. He could have got on Ross ass. He could have got on anybody else who had something to say about him. He could have took shots at any of them niggas except for the women that he took shots at.
But, and speaking of that, before we get back into this, Drake, let me make this clear to motherfuckers, because I have been seeing a lot of backlash towards Serena Williams. So when Serena was on that stage, look, when Serena was on that stage, I'm going to tell y'all two angles, because I don't know, maybe you guys' critical thinking skills are low. First angle, the reason why he had her up there crip walking, when she won one of her tennis titles, she started crip walking on the tennis courts, and they tried to ban her from that, doing that dance because she won. That's angle number one. Angle number two. Yes, we all know that she has dated Drake, but when she had moved on, got married and everything, Drake has continuously, time and time again, been disrespectful to her, antagonizing her, and antagonizing her husband. So that was her get back. For y'all to say she is bitter, y'all are wrong as fuck. Stop that.
You don't deserve to get her get back too?
Right. Exactly. She definitely deserved to get back. So
Come on, man.
So for y'all trying to spin that angle and that narrative, that stops today. It literally stops today. So yes, let's get back on Drake again. And then then I seen somebody like, you know, try to poke jabs, like, you know, try to say that, oh, well, Future is the same way as Drake. No, he's not. He is not. At least with Future, I can say this wholeheartedly, respectfully. And Dom knows how I feel about Future. At least with Future, he is trying to grow with his music. You can see the growth within his music.
For sure.
And
I dug a little bit into it. I'm going to be real with you. I love Future, but he has a lot of troll in him. I kind of feel like he's kind of trolling us at this point. And he's just getting both sides of the cake.
He is. Because, you know, when Like That came out, he tried to make it seem like, you know, he didn't know and everything.
Why should not be offended? Like, nigga, you're not in the big three, like, on the lyrical stance. I love Future, but, man, I think he said that to kind of troll and hint at some shit.
No, yeah, and that part too. And even just with the whole big three conversation, Kendrick never mentioned that. Drake never mentioned that. And now, like, while we're here, let's point the finger. I know y'all gonna get mad at me when I say this, though, but I don't give a fuck. J. Cole started that whole big three conversation bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all don't want to admit it, but he the one who started that conversation, that big three conversation bullshit, because let's just be honest, J. Cole never had a seat at the table to begin with.
No, he was, you spitting. You was spitting. He was low key like an honorable mention, like trying to peek up in there.
Y'all can get mad all y'all want, but Cole never had that seat. Cole inserted himself. He inserted himself into that because he felt like he was getting overlooked by those two. Because if you really think about it, it always been about Kendrick and Drake. Since day one. Yes, we had the Mac Millers, Big Sean's, Wale, Big Crit, and all of them. Yes, did we enjoy them artists? Absolutely. Did we like them? Absolutely. But when all of them were coming out, it was two head honchos, and it was Kendrick and Drake, and Cole decided to insert himself in that conversation because he never had a seat at the table to begin with. And then when he found out that Drake was playing him, it's like a chessboard. My nigga, you was a pawn the whole time, bro, and you didn't know it. You didn't know it. You was sitting up here trying to be buddy and all like that, bro. You was a pawn the whole time, the whole fucking time, bro. And it just and we're seeing where even just where this direction is going, bro. And I think like now the fact that everybody is making fun of the situation, just not only this album. Hell, just a couple of days ago, I'm not gonna post it because we're almost up on them watch hours, and niggas getting tired of that little copyright. But SNL, they did their 50th anniversary. Will Ferrell did a whole parody of Not Like Us. Literally,
I missed it. I gotta catch up.
Bro, I'm gonna see the clip, bro. But once you got Saturday Night Live making fun of a fucking beef, we thought that we knew it was over with the Super Bowl. But now Saturday Night Live getting in on it too, bro. This shit is definitely over. The results are in. This is done. It is over. This is one shot kill.
No fact.
No, like definitely one shot kill though. But again, man, going back to this album, how you released 21 tracks. 21 tracks, and like I said, I only like 3. Domino, how many did you like? Honestly.
We're in the same area. I forgot the name of the last song. The last record was hard. The very last one on the album, I can't think of the name, but that was hard. Okay. Give Me a Hug and CNL Towers. Those are 3 that stuck out to me. I said those are potential singles, and those are songs I go back to. It was Somebody Love You. That one was okay, and I'm gonna be real. Party carried that song when he got the rapping and shit. But those really the only 3-4 songs that stood out to me to say, oh, I remember that song. All the other ones, it felt like one long ass record.
It definitely did, though, man. But again, man, it goes back to me just like saying that, like what I really, really disliked about this Party did not get a chance to shine, not one bit, and I didn't like that.
All. I mean, we've been waiting for Party so long,
bro.
So long, and he didn't let him do his shit, bro. I didn't feel Party's creative energy in it at all. I felt like he was piggybacking off of whatever Drake was doing. Yeah. Party I needed deluxe. And I want Party to control that motherfucker.
Nah, man, no, absolutely. And another thing too that I had played in this earlier before I had called you in this TikTok. Shout out to Unapologetic J, and she said some real shit that really had me thinking. She said this. She said this is an album where he wanted to do it with Future, but he can't because he's not letting his ego. He letting his ego get in the way, so he settled for Party instead of Future. And you know what? I'm not mad at that. Because just think if Future was on this motherfucker. If Future was on this motherfucker, I would say, hey, okay, this nigga might be back at the top and we can't remove him like we thought we could.
No, that's real. That's real. And that would have showed that he's a little bit bulletproof.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. But the fact that he said he ain't fucking with him like that, and he even said it on Brian Still, on the track Brian Still, where he's literally saying he's not fucking with Future and Metro like that no more. Yeah. Dog, yeah. Like you're done, because outside of the in-house producers that you have, you don't really have no olive branch that you can really reach to. And Future was kind of really, not Future. Metro was really your olive branch outside of the Canadian producers that you always normally use. So
this is a question we also got to ask. Why was none of Drake's allies on his album? As far as 21 or anybody who spoke up for him, why did none of them play a part in, doing the shit? Because 21, he'll do an R&B record, put a verse on it. So I don't understand why the people who was in his corner, Boosie, whoever, didn't reach out to kind of help with the project.
Nah, bro, that's a good question because I mean that even had me thinking. Like what you said, it's allies like 21 Savage, Lil Baby, all these people that was decided they quote unquote wanted to speak up for Drake. We ain't seen not now one of them. And this goes back again what I said earlier. The culture is not falling for the fuck shit no more. We saw what the culture did with Lil Baby last month in his album. Okay, yes, you sold 100,000, but in retrospect, everybody did not like your album. They didn't
at all.
Not one. And we're seeing this with Drake too as well. Like,
and he was supposed to follow up with the album Dominique. Where that motherfucker at?
Right, exactly. And then another thing too, people and I know people are gonna defend this again. You got a Mexican person on this album, Chino Pacas, and then the other one, Yeba. This goes back to what Kendrick is always saying. You are exploiting people. Oh, yes, you give them a platform to shine, but after when you do that, what happens, Domino? We never hear from these artists ever again. He's done this numerous of times. Like he done this to a lot of people, but again, we spoke on this before. Like, I really hate like how he did the McCoken boy, the one who sing Going Up on a Tuesday. Yeah. Like, ever since when he did that, we never heard from that guy ever again. Like, ever again. So this goes back to, again, Kendrick he's proving you right. Every move that you're making, bro. It's like, it's pretty much Kendrick, like, he's telling the culture, ha ha, I told y'all so. Everything that I've been saying, this nigga is doing it, and he's still doing it. And then goes back to, like, even, like, going to back, what people are not admitting. And you said this, too. That nigga is bothered.
Is a motherfucker.
He is bothered. For a lot of y'all try to say he is not bothered, you're lying. You're lying.
Yeah, because he's responding to everything that's going on.
Pick it up.
In a whole way.
Pick it up.
Lawsuits and all type of shit. Like,
Pick it up.
He's responding in a whole ass way. He didn't predict this. He don't know how to respond to it. He never been in this position.
Right.
Now look, I've been seeing a narrative go out there, and I think you're the best person to unpeel this and break it down from the fucking beginning. Why in the fuck is everybody still talking about Drake put Kate out on with that tour or whatnot? Do you feel like that was a put on?
No, it wasn't. It was not the put on. The put on, like what we said, you could literally go back to footage, and even in his early days of his career, back in 2005, him living in the Nicholson Gardens, battle rapping. And people forget that before K-Dot was an artist, K-Dot was a battle rapper. So he comes from the culture. He is with the shits. And even before Drake got a hold of him, when Game released LAX, and I'm tired of telling this fucking story, but I'm going to keep on telling it because I don't know. A lot of people's brains is just like, doo. It's either
that's selective memory.
Selective fucking memory. Game releases the LAX album, his third album, which was a dope album. He does a tour. He takes Kendrick, Ab-Soul, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, and Nipsey Hussle, and all of them open for Game. So technically, that was his first tour. His literally first tour.
Yeah, that was his first opportunity to be on that stage to collect his core fans. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he already had a core fan following and everything before Drake came into the picture with him.
Exactly. And I understand where people say, okay, like, they fell in love with him when he dropped Overly Dedicated, which is cool. I'm not going to never knock nobody from that, though. But us day ones, even like for me, when I got a hold of K-Dot, I got a hold of him when he had dropped Compton State of Mind, when he had dropped the name K-Dot and went by Kendrick Lamar. Then after that, we got the Kendrick Lamar, the EP. And then after that was Overly Dedicated. And then after that was Section 80. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then in that period within Section 80, he does a show in California. Dre, Snoop, Game, Corrupt, all the West Coast veterans get on the stage. Snoop telling him he's doing a great job. And he was like, nigga, you got the baton. You better run with it. had this young man at that time crying on stage. And then right after that, that's when Drake got a hold of him and brought him on the tour. So in retrospect, Kendrick never needed Drake to begin with. He was already having a buzz before Drake had seen that.
Right.
Literally. And then of course, yes, we know Kendrick goes on the tour and A$AP Rocky goes on the tour. And I said this to somebody on social media because like she a female, she was posting all the rah-rah shit and forgetting details. So Drake put Kendrick on. For one, okay, and I'm just gonna let this be known. Just because a person helped you doesn't mean they are entitled to your whole fucking career. Let's stop that narrative right there. And then number two, a person could change within that time. So maybe Kendrick saw something what we didn't see in Drake at the time. That's what made Kendrick was like, you know what? I'm not fucking with old boy no more. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then as the years progress, we started to see a lot of the shit that Drake has been doing and how he's been moving funny. Like literally. Like notice like how like he tried to put this narrative that he put people on, but it really wasn't the case. People already had names. Drake just attached himself to them people when they were booming. Like my favorite second rapper, and I said this time and time again, 2 motherfucking Chainz. You attach yourself to 2 Chainz when he was already buzzing in the streets.
Yeah.
Let's be real about that. And then after when what's up?
Go ahead. Finish that. Let me jump in there. Go ahead.
Okay. And after when 2 Chainz dropped his first album based on a true story, yes, you was on the hit single, no lie. But after that, you never worked with 2 Chainz ever again after that.
Ever.
Like for real.
And what Walker tell you? What Walker fucking tell you?
Oh yeah, a lot of y'all don't know that. Yeah, man, and I fuck with Walker. I had a conversation with Walker. Walker said Walker put that nigga on. Walker was the first person that took that nigga to Atlanta before anybody.
Horn.
I mean, I'm just saying. Walker literally said that. He literally said that verbatim out of his mouth when I was chopping it up with Walker. Like for real. So this goes back again, like when you're looking at people and hip hop culture as a whole, they all have a sound. Cali got a sound. Atlanta got a sound. New York got a sound. Memphis got a sound. Miami got a sound. All of these places got a sound, but where you're from, Canada, they don't have no sound. And you come to the U.S. and try to colonize the sound, bro.
Yeah, and like I told you, Steve, I think niggas got it twisted. They saying that Drake put all these people on. No. Drake needed all of these people to stay relevant, to keep that ball rolling by collaborating fucking with them just to feed off their sound, just to steal their flow, and it can be acceptable. Like, oh, he ain't stealing, they doing shit together. No, he needed them to keep that ball rolling, keep that juice up. He been stealing niggas' flows, stealing niggas' sound, and showing them love here and there to stay relevant. He ain't been putting nobody on. He been trying to keep his lips above water.
Man, look, you preaching. That's
how I see it. Because it's like you said, all these people he put on, quote unquote, they already had motion, had shit popping already. It was gonna go with it without you. You just want to get a piece of it, to add on to your accolades, so you can beat on your chest a little bit and make it seem like you got all this power.
Exactly. And then another thing too that I think a lot of people didn't catch within this album with the promotion. Notice how he named the album "Sexy Songs for You."
Something sexy.
Yeah, "Sexy Songs for You" with the money sign. Just a couple years back, and then he had rabbits on the back of the cover for promotion. If you're a real hip hop head, you know it's only one person that calls himself the Rabbit Man, and that's Freddie motherfucking Gibbs.
Ooh.
That's Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs was always known as Rabbit Man, and Freddie Gibbs had dropped an album a couple of years ago called SSS, Sell Soul Separately, SSS with the money sign. And he literally put out a tweet, was like, we're doing the SSS thing. Oh, okay, all right. So again, Kendrick is proving the point where the nigga is stealing from the culture. Again.
Yeah. He's still going with his same pattern.
Right, and I think it ain't gonna change. And honestly, like with this joint album, and it wasn't to me, it wasn't really that good. I can honestly say Drake has officially hit a ceiling, and he don't know what to do. He don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, what do you? All right, in his current state right now, what do you think he can do music wise to get himself back leveled again, to get both sides to somewhat love him again? What do you think he can do at this point? Or is there anything he can do at this point?
Yes.
I want you to talk to Drake right now. I want you to talk to him like you his manager.
Okay.
Give him a game plan to get his shit back together.
Okay, and I'm glad that you asked that, Brody. And I'm glad that you asked that because I said this, I want to say a couple months ago in the previous video that I did, though, but I'm going to break it down to y'all right now here at Lace Rhymes. If I was Drake manager, number one, we got a list. We got all the lists of the niggas that you have been mistreated and you done dirty. You need to call them and apologize to them first. First and foremost, you need to fix those relationships because, bro, you tarnish all those relationships. Number two.
What do we apologize for? Metro, I want to say sorry because like, how does he apologize? What did he say? Like, I'm sorry for using you, bro. And
he need to say no. He need to say he's sorry for mistreating people. That's just it. And what we mean by mistreating, not answering the phone calls, bringing petty women that you met in the club that knows these people, talk about these people, not clearing stuff. You just literally mistreating people, mishandling them. You need to apologize. That's number one. Number two, and a lot of people are gonna get mad at me when I say this with the number two. He needs to go on a black platform, not a white platform, a black platform like the Breakfast Club, Club with Shay Shay. Somewhere it could be a neutral playground without no bias and explain, okay, why did you did what you did with Kendrick and receiving the backlash and you owning the L as a man. You need to do that. You need to own.
So you said embrace the L.
Yes, embrace the L and just be honest, like really be vulnerable, dog. Be honest about yourself where it's all like, okay, you say you come from the culture though, but bro, you got to be real and just say, you know what? I was definitely playing with fire. Yes, I'm half black and I'm half Jewish, so and definitely like, I could play both sides of the field and just be honest and really explain to the fans like, okay, why do I never show up when real things happen in the world? Why is it like, what I'm saying? Like, when it's like, an unarmed black man, getting shot down in the streets by a police officer. You're never nowhere to be found. You need to talk about that. You need to explain why you don't never pop out or not touch on those issues. You know what I'm saying? And number three.
Okay, I agree with that.
Number three, the final nail in the straw. Whether this man accepts it or not, you need to publicly apologize to Kendrick Lamar.
Oh damn!
You need to publicly apologize for, and these are things that I'm gonna name. You trolling in the Compton City T-shirt. You mentioning this man's wife when the beef started because you really mentioned his name's wife when push-ups happened. You went there first. Kendrick didn't go there. The only reason why Kendrick mentioned your son in Euphoria because you mentioned his girl first. And in Euphoria, he said, like, don't speak on the family, Crody. He said that in Euphoria. So that was a warning shot in Euphoria, but you decided to go on. You're trolling his manager. You're calling this man a domestic abuse person, a DV person. You're making all these false.
His best friend might be the baby father to his kids.
Right. You're saying that Kendrick Lamar, best friend, Dave Free, that ain't his son. So the third and final nail, you need to publicly apologize to Kendrick Lamar. He do those three things. Me, honestly, he's back in good graces with me. He is definitely back in good graces with me.
He needs to go on an I'm Sorry tour real quick.
Yes.
Do you think the hip hop community would embrace that?
Yeah. To me, I will firmly believe it because you have the purists. You have the purists that's out there like with us within the culture. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you hold yourself accountable, we will respect you a lot more. When you hold yourself accountable and be like, you know what? My bad, dog. That was me. You know how me and you do. And when sometimes I'm tripping, what I do? I'll call you and be like, you know what, dog? My bad. I was tripping. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. And anytime when a person do that, it is respectable. So if he does that, to me, he would be back in good graces with the people.
You know what? And then people might have a different ear for what he got to say.
Yes, exactly. They will want to they will want to hear that. And then just even in the raps, he can even say in the raps why he decided to go there with Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? You know, or even him just saying maybe I shouldn't have said what I said on First Person Shooter. You know, really getting down to the nitty gritty. He does that, I think he would be back in good graces, dog. That's just me. I can't speak for nobody else but me. But that's how I feel. He would be back in good graces with people.
I'm not mad at it. I still feel like he should have had Cole on the album.
but you know his ego won't allow because let's touch on this before we get up out of here.
All right.
Yeah, before we get up out of here. The reason why he won't allow it, when Cole dropped Port Antonio, a lot of people think that they miss the fact. The reason why Cole dropped Port Antonio, and we're going to be real about this, Drake was about to be on his ass.
Oh, yeah. He had him lined up.
Yeah, he definitely had him lined up because of how he was moving and how Cole apologized on that stage. Because correct me if I'm wrong, Drake was on his way to Dreamville Festival to do First Person Shooter on the stage with Drake. But once he got word that Q was there and Q told him, hey, you might not want to get into this because this shit about to get ugly. He went on that stage and apologized. Drake didn't like it. And for all the people that's trying to say, oh, it was a 20v1, no. It was never a 23-1. Domino, I know people about to get pissed off at me when I'm about to say this, but it needs to be said because I feel like people has been tap dancing around the room. It was never a 20. It was never a 20 versus 1. It was 2 against 1. And that 2 against 1, it was Drake and Kendrick. It was Drake and Cole versus Kendrick. Am I lying?
No, yeah. That's definitely how it popped off for sure.
Exactly. Like literally. It was
I can agree with that.
It was Drake and Cole versus Kendrick. Drake and Cole versus Kendrick. And it goes back to me saying again, Kendrick killed 2 birds with 1 fucking stone. He annihilated 1 person and he made another person apologize.
Yeah, he didn't really have to even say much about Cole because it was a 2-for-1. They was together doing that bullshit on tour.
Exactly.
Smoking at the Bear.
Exactly. And then, don't get me wrong, like what I say, I fucks with Cole, but Cole has been woofing since Middle Child. When he said in Middle Child, niggas has been counting me out. When he said niggas been counting him out, it goes back what we said earlier, Domino. Cole never had a seat at the table to begin with. He never had a seat. He inserted himself.
Man, so Drake put him in that chair. He put him in that 3rd chair and cut his fucking head off.
Exactly. Because he thought
that's your thumbnail for this.
No, exactly. Because he made Cole jump out the window first because this was the game plan, and I believe this was the game plan. Cole jumps out the window first. He tried to weaken Kendrick Lamar, but I would say Kendrick would still get the outcome, get the W over Cole, and then here comes Drake trying to clean it up. But the fact that Cole apologized and went back on his word, that made Drake mad. And it forced Drake to fight. It forced him to fight.
All right, now let's get right back to the album real quick before we get out of here. Just have 1 or 2 questions. Give me a rating of the album out of 10.
Okay.
And what you think it's going to do first week.
If it's a rating of scale 1 to 10, I'm not even going to lie to you. I got to give it a 6. It wasn't it. It just wasn't
6.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, 6. You got 21. It's 21 tracks. It's over an hour long, and we always talked about this time and time again on the show. Like, you have to be an artist that's creative, that can give us a good 21 tracks of body of work. The last time we seen that is when Kendrick dropped Mr. Morale, and Mr. Morale was a double disc. But right after Mr. Morale, he gave us GNX. GNX only had 12 tracks, but all the 12 tracks slapped. And we're living in a day and age is simple is better. Simple is better. It's only a few artists that can pull off a double disc. But in this climate, simple is better. And I felt like this should have been simple. 21 is too much. Way too much.
And he did say that he was trying to, they told him to keep it to like 9 records. But if you're going to be bold and drop 2021, you have to keep these people attention. You cannot be having fillers the way he had fillers.
Exactly. And he had way too many fillers.
Yeah, he definitely didn't keep our attention to stay from beginning to end. It didn't really tell a story. It was just a whole bunch of records slapped together. That's what I felt about it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, man. To you, man. From a scale
First
1,
week.
yeah. Let me ask you. How you feel about it from a scale 1 to 10?
I'm gonna be lenient. I ain't gonna be lenient.
No, don't be lenient. Tell the fucking truth.
No, I asked your ass, and I didn't think about the answer. But to be real with you, I'll probably give it a 7. I'll probably give it a week. I'll give it a 7, bro.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7.
That's fair.
I'll be real. I'll give it a 7.
That's fair. I'm not mad at that. I'm definitely not mad at the 7 though. But one thing that we could both agree, it's not higher than that. We're not giving it an 8 or 9 or definitely a 10. And if people give this a 10,
well, what I will say is, like, if I was still on Drake's catalog like that, I'll listen to that shit once or twice. I went back to a couple of his old albums just to get the real feel of Drake, because this wasn't like the Drake feel, if that makes sense. This is not what I expect from Drake.
No, exactly.
Because he upped the score each album in some sort, you know what I'm saying? But I felt him under pressure in this album, and it just felt like his creativity wasn't there. It felt like he was drained. I'm sorry.
No, that's a fact. That is definitely a fact. So I'm with you. And in regards back to your second question, first week sales, I'll say it'll probably do less than 200.
You know what? I was in the range of 230 tops, and I don't think it's going to hit 3 because he got his big ass streaming on first day. It's going to trickle down to the next 2-3 days for people catching up over the weekend and shit from the holidays. But after you catch a whiff of that, it doesn't have the replay value to go back and give it another stream. So I think that shit's going to dead towards the middle of the week, fizzle out, and he's going to be shy under 250, under 230. It's not going to keep going up.
Oh yeah, I'm with you 100%. 100%. Like I'm definitely with you on that, man. Though, but man, I just want to say thank you, Brody, for coming on and doing this with me, bro. Like, you know, it's always good to always have you on the pod, even though you out here moving and grooving and working for us, man. So I mean, it's always good for you to be able to sit down and shoot the shits, man. Like, for real.
Hey, before we get out real quick, I know what you're saying before we get out of here. People even ask me about this fucking Patreon, man. When we put this Patreon on the floor with this new content we've been working on.
Oh, man, it's
I don't want to spoil it, but
man,
this content we've been putting together that's special. When we going to get this shit on the Patreon?
Man,
talk to the people.
Man, look, man, it's already on the way, and I already told the people, too. And I'm going to let y'all know right now, we're doing album reviews on Patreon, too. New album reviews, old album reviews, because, you know, YouTube, they had the little copyright. But, yeah, at Patreon, we're listening through that motherfucker through, and we're giving you our raw, uncut opinion about the albums, straight up. So Patreon.
And you're working on a documentary too. I'm just put that out there.
Yes. Definitely a documentary is definitely on the way. So 2025 is gonna be lit. It's lit. Yeah. Like, we got a lot of things gearing up though, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna be cooking. You know what I'm saying though? But like what I said, man, like y'all go ahead and start running it up for Patreon. Y'all already have been doing that for TikTok, Instagram, and for YouTube, which I'm very, very thankful for y'all that y'all been doing, especially here for us at Lace Roms on the YouTube part, man. And I really appreciate that. Like, I really, really appreciate y'all. Yes, exactly, man. But man, like, I'm glad that we could do this though, man. Man, this was fun with you, Brody.
This is really fun. Yeah, I gotta get in there with you more often, man.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely though, man. But until then, this is your boy Skeeter Steve. Lace Rounds for the culture by the culture. We out. Peace.